Alright, today is July 4th, 2018. Happy July 4th. Hope everyone is enjoying their holiday. Hope everyone is having a good day, especially all the veterans out there. So before we get into this article, it's pretty short. I just want to kind of preface it a little bit. So the Bitcoin ETF is really being looked upon as like the big, much needed event to give this market a nice boost. We're actually doing pretty well today, holding the gains from the last few days. Litecoin's currently around $87 US, and Bitcoin is around 6,700. So that's pretty good. Hoping to see Bitcoin maybe go up to 7,000. Give that a test soon. But this article posted by Anirudh VK, published 13 hours ago, so it's pretty fresh. Pretty new article. It's titled "New Bitcoin ETF on the Horizon. SEC reconsiders after ease of approval rules." So this kind of just goes over a few of the things that we've known for about a week now. But I just want to dive into it and kind of talk about a little bit about why an ETF might be approved, specifically the VanEck SolidX proposal. So aside from the fact that these two together haven't yet proposed an ETF, and the fact that the SEC reconsidered, or at least said that they would ease approval rules of ETFs in the future, makes it more likely that it's very possible that this ETF could be approved. There are a lot of institutions and a lot of investors that are willing to definitely dive into this if it were to be approved. So if we just want to jump into the article quickly. The SEC started seeking comments from interested persons on a Bitcoin exchange traded fund. This comes after the news of a new proposal to ease ETF approvals. The proposal is for the VanEck SolidX Bitcoin Trust, which is a Bitcoin-only fund, and is a partnership between VanEck and SolidX. VanEck is a New York-based money manager, and SolidX is a financial services company, and it occurred earlier this year in June, and they have not been able to secure a license just yet for ETFs while filing for it individually. But the purpose of the partnership is to try to accomplish this. So VanEck and SolidX kind of partnering up, their goal then is to market an ETF and hopefully get it approved. VanEck is said to market the ETF, while SolidX acts as a sponsor for a Bitcoin ETF that will be insured against loss or theft of Bitcoin. And so SolidX would be in charge of that, and VanEck again aims to market that ETF, and hopefully those two together would potentially allow an ETF to be approved. And the other thing that it does have going for it is the fact that the SEC recently did announce that they would propose to ease ETF approval rules in the future, and especially for low risk ones. This would allow companies to use plain vanilla versions of the ETF without seeking approval. So Jan VanEck, the president of VanEck, stated that we believe that collectively we will build something that may be better than other constructs currently making their way through the regulatory process. A properly constructed, physically backed Bitcoin ETF will be designed to provide exposure to the price of Bitcoin, and an insurance component will help protect shareholders against the operational risks of sourcing and holding Bitcoin. So this partnership between VanEck and SolidX could actually end up qualifying as a low-risk ETF that the SEC might be able to approve and might be able to get through. Again, VanEck has not been able to in the past while filing individually. However, these two partnering is kind of the big deal, as well as the fact that the SEC has again stated that they would try to ease ETF approval rules, especially if they are lower risk, and this partnership might end up making that the case. SEC Commissioner Kara Stein said the rule would include many of the website disclosure requirements that are in existing orders, such as disclosing the ETF's current net asset value per share, market price, and premium or discount, each as of the prior business day. And this article then ends, the regulatory air around cryptocurrencies seems to be clearing as institutional money seems more eager to move into the market. However, there's no doubt that the state of affairs will be determined by the SEC's approach to it. So again, this, as well as what we heard about Coinbase custody, essentially what's really going on in the space right now. In the last 6 months, while cryptocurrencies have been working on their technology, while exchanges have been buffing up their infrastructure, increasing their security, making everything safer as well as more efficient for higher volumes and more people to come in. As all of that's been going on, it seems that institutional money has been becoming more interested and more eager, as this article says, to move into the market. And institutional money moving into the market is really going to be the catalyst that it's the only possible catalyst for getting this market really off the ground and going to overall valuations of the entire global market to 1 to 5 to 10 trillion potentially global market cap in the next 5 to 10 years or sooner. But if we're going to reach those market caps, if we're going to see the space grow exponentially, then we do need institutions, and institutions are interested. So a success in terms of an ETF being approved by the SEC definitely would allow that to happen, as well as Coinbase custody, what was just announced a few days ago in their blog post. That again is another way for institutional money to get in. All of this is really setting up. It's kind of just like fueling the hypothetical rocket to the hypothetical moon. And again, even if this VanEck SolidX partnership would not go through, if it would not be approved, there you bet there's going to be more attempts as time goes on by more and more people that are interested in getting these institutions into the space and giving people really an opportunity to kind of invest in Bitcoin safely and to participate in ETFs and everything like that.